Better than him. Check and see if he's better than him. Open. It's on. Open it up. Huh? It should be on. Test it.
I ain't get no answer for Bob.
Shalom Israel, y'all already know what it is. This is Sharpen the Sword Radio. You understand? I'm Captain the Goggle Boy, your host, man, up under Command and General Yohana of the ISUPK. Wait, hold on. Mic drop, man. You hear me? If it wasn't on my head, I bing, you know what I'm saying, and walk off. You understand? Under Commander General Hunter of the ISUPK, y'all feel me? Y'all know what it is. Another episode is going down. Sharpen the Sword Radio. First, before we start, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, man, get a Lord a hand for that glorious food drive that we had. You understand? This goddamn Friday. All right. Oh man, oh my God. You know what the general sent this week. The general sent chicken. You understand? He made sure that we had some chicken. There's a whole case of it. Like 7, 8 big bags of cut up chicken in one case. Man, good night. And guess what? He knows that neighbors love chicken. All right. So we had that, but we got some fresh pineapples. You know what I mean? Good night. I've been turning them up already. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, went down. We fed tons and tons of people, man. I mean, the goddamn line was so long. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the word got out that we had that chicken. Right. You know what I mean? But no, it's actually a glorious thing, man. Because who else is really taking care of our people? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Okay, everybody else is doing it with a motive. You understand? The pastor's doing it to get your money and your children out of it. He want to molest your kids. You understand? So he want to turn around and get your money, and he want to molest all your children. So that's his motive. Okay, and everybody else got motives too. You understand? The only motive of Commander Junior Hunters is to turn around and teach you the word of the Lord, and for you to obey it and do it. You understand? Simple as that. Because that's what's in the scripture. All right. But the next food drive is going down on the 16th of October. Same place, same time, right here, 5261 Delmar Boulevard. On the parking lot, you're going to pull up. You're going to open up your trunk of your back seat, man, and we're going to fill your... I said pull up and full up, you know what I'm saying, for a reason on that post. Everybody was saying, man, you messed up on that post. Then you mean to say fill up? Nah, you know what I'm saying? You know how niggas be trying to be, you know what I'm saying, creative and all that, you know what I mean? I said pull up and full up your trunk. And that's what I mean, damn it. You pull up and full up your trunk, okay? So, cause we're gonna load you up, man. You understand? Had a gang of potatoes, sweet potatoes, giving out cases of them. You understand? One sister said, she said, man, every 2 days, she said, I'm baking sweet potatoes. And she was like, thank you. And we gave her a whole 2 cases of them bad boys. She was like, oh, man, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So she was able to get something her and her family love, especially that chicken. You understand? They all was appreciative of that chicken. You know what I'm saying? And the fresh fruit and the vegetables and things that came with the pasta. We had pasta in there, juice for the kids. You understand? In a little pasta box. I believe it's juice. Only juice in there? Wow. Yeah, kind of juice in there. You know what I'm saying? Pasta, you know what I mean? The noodles and all of that, man. So make sure y'all come to the next one, man. Come to everyone. If you need food or if anybody that you know needs food, come on. You can get it for them. If they can't come get it, it don't even matter. Come on down, get your information, and like I said, pull up and full up your trunk, all right? Okay. And let me see if we got any questions or comments. You understand? You can dial 712-832-8330. That's the call-in number. It's absolutely free. And then the access code for that number is 910-1409. All right. And we got a couple of articles, you know what I'm saying, that we're gonna go over. All right. A couple of things that done happened here in St. Louis. We especially got an event that we're invading. The ISUPK is invading 2 events after we leave here. You know what I mean? To help wake our people up, man, and teach them the truth according to the Lord. You still got a lot of people, man, believing in these Christian churches and believing that they vote really matters. You know, I had so many people talking to me in the line this time. You know what I mean? And every time they come, it's more and more. They opening up more and more about their problems and how, you know, how horrible it is here for them. And it was a car full of sisters, right? And they turned around and they said, y'all Israelites, right? I was like, absolutely. You all too? She was like, I know. She said, but I just can't get with it for the long run. I was in it for a minute. I said, what happened? She said, well, on my Saturdays, I'm sorry, I just gotta do something. I said, what you mean? And she said, the lady, I don't know who it was, but I don't know if it was a family member of hers or a friend or whoever, introduced it to her. She said, man, she made us stay in the house all day Saturday. She said from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, we couldn't go nowhere. I said, God damn. I said, who told you that? You know what I mean? And then I don't know if it was her son or whoever it was, the little man in the back. You know what I mean? I passed him a flyer too. He said, man, can we cook and eat on the Sabbath? And she said, that was another one. We was not able to cook. We could barely even eat. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm like, where was you at? And he said, well, he was like, can we cook and can we eat on this? You can tell, little man, it was killing him. It was killing him. But I said, hell yeah. I said, man, look, hey, these niggas ain't got this big in the UPK for nothing. Right. You know what I mean? And he said, oh yeah. And I gave him a flyer too. And he was like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? That's all he want to do is eat on the Sabbath. You hear me? Something good. But like I said, man, it was a lot of lies, a lot of garbage out there. You know what I mean? That our people are believing to be true. You know, when they don't even know what they're talking about. So if you want to know the truth, then you come in here, man. Don't listen to no slimy preacher telling you nothing about the Bible or any of these, Israelites that claim that they're in the truth too. They don't know what the hell they're talking about either. Because Friday sundown and Saturday sundown don't mean you got to stay in the house all day. And the sister, she said it was killing her. She said she could not take it. But thank God for Commander Jimmy Hunter, all right? Because we go places every goddamn day. We go do this work every single day, and it's in the scripture, all right? But get that first article out.
Con. Pastorate 2, Aliso, Vijo churches arrested on suspicion of child molestation.
Now here we go with these preachers. Even during the pandemic, they can't keep their nasty, greasy palms off of children, man. You understand? Here it is, a damn pandemic. Everybody's sick and dying. They already said, what, 100 and they believe what was it about? Was it 150,000 more deaths, I believe, or sickness and so forth. Which one was it? You remember?
I think it's sickness.
Sicknesses, they believe it's going to be 150,000 more before the end of the year. That's a lot, man, in just a couple months.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That is a hell of a lot in just a few short months. Okay, because the year is almost over, and they are expecting almost 150,000 more. All right, here in the U.S. behind the pandemic. Okay, and here your preacher is, like I said, that's what they do. The churches, they have food drives too. You understand? But they expect something strange for they change. They're not actually doing it because they are doing the work of the Lord. They are sinners. They're absolutely disgusting. Preachers are disgusting as hell, man. I just cannot trust a man with a smooth face anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ever since coming into the truth, I cannot trust a baby. I mean, you got to be a baby with a baby face. You know what I mean? I mean, you know how we say in the hood, baby face. You look young, stuff like that. That's okay. A lot of brothers in the school look young. They got beards on their face. I'm talking about the ones that actually shave them all the way off. You know what I mean? That is disgusting as hell. It looks soft. It looks effeminate. You look weak. And most important, you look like a child molester.
Right.
Your preacher, he does that. He shaves it all off, and he molests children. You know what I mean? What's the one that brought his woman in that Ferrari truck? Talking about God told him to do it after he was molesting that little girl, and he got her pregnant.
I think it was William.
I think it's the Pastor Williams, something like that, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, him. You understand? He fat, bald-faced, greasy child molester. That's what he is. No goddamn pastor, no preacher for the Lord. He is a pervert. He's a creep. All right? And keep reading now. And so is this guy right here.
Sheriff's investigators this week arrested a 67-year-old man who they said volunteered as a pastor.
And he just volunteered as the pastor. He ain't actually the damn pastor. You know what I mean? He's just volunteering. He's not really the pastor. Keep going.
At 2 churches on suspicion of child molestation.
At 2 different churches, he's molesting children. And you know what? The people know he's doing it. You know what I mean? They know that this freak is doing it to these kids. And guess what? He's still preaching. Still volunteer preaching. He ain't even a real preacher. He didn't even go and get the goddamn, he ain't go to seminary college. He ain't go get the degree. He ain't did nothing. He just signed up and said, I know John 3:16.
Right.
You know what I mean? And meanwhile, while he talking about some God love everybody, he don't love nobody. He especially don't love them little children that he's molesting. Because if he did, he'd keep his hands off of them. Keep going, Bob.
Jose Andres Lopez of Mission Vidro was arrested Wednesday, the 26th, at a home in San Juan Capistrano and was booked on suspicion of committing lewd acts on a girl.
Good night. Committing lewd acts on a girl. Grown women are so much more fun. You understand? Good goddamn night. Get you a grown woman. And then you can have more than one. But they skip all of that. Don't they, Bob? They turn around and say, no, man, I'm supposed to have one woman. But you can do this. You can molest children.
Right.
Man, only supposed to have one woman, but it's okay for your pastor to, molest a child. Like, that's disgusting. And I cannot see how, I've seen some Christians, claim that they can't wait until church opens back up. For what? So that your child can be the next victim? So there can be more children getting raped and molested in them churches? Can't wait for the church to open back up. And the only thing they be talking about is the goddamn music. Don't you have an iPod? Don't you have a stereo? They still got them things. The speakers are taking over. You know what I mean? I got one, man. God damn, that thing loud, boy. Little damn speaker. Them things is taking over. Folks is just playing music from their phones now. You know what I mean? But damn, don't you got a radio? You got a phone? You know what I'm saying? Some earbuds. You want to hear some music, man? Play that stuff on your phone. Not waiting to go to church to hear the song, and while you singing the song in the front, the pastor is freaking molesting children in the back. Keep on, bro.
The arrest came days after the victim came forward to authorities.
Good for her, man. You understand? Because there's so many victims that be scared to come forward. They turn around and scare them just like, the animals in the street. Turn around and tell them they'll kill them. The preachers do the same thing. They tell them they'll kill them. They tell them their family gonna die. Look, you remember that one we brought out of mine where there was a husband and wife that was molesting a whole slew of little girls.
God.
And the preacher, the way he was getting the little girls, he was telling them that this is what God wanted. You understand? He telling the little girls that God wanted him to freak on them. And then turn around and tell them that you don't want to stop the work of the Lord, do you? That's what he was doing to the kids, man. You don't want to stop the work of the Lord. How in the hell does the work of the Lord consist of you freaking children, man? You understand? The preachers are sexual deviants, man. And I just don't understand that. All of them are.
Damn right.
Every last one of them is a sexual deviant. They're gay. They molest children. Boys and girls, they do it all. That one, you remember the one that called this? They were saying he was like the next thing close to Jesus, and the one that was throwing himself on men. He turned this preacher would turn around and invite men and grown men and teenage boys and girls over to his house, and he would say, "Oh, excuse me for a second, let me go to the bathroom." He would go to the bathroom, come out butt ass naked, man, and just jump on top of these people.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Jump on top. That would be the last day the preacher jumped on any goddamn body, man. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I could, man. And grown men didn't let him do this. You know what I'm saying? Listening to the stories, I was like, damn. Like, how could a man let another man, like, I mean, if you was to make a pass, I ain't never had no man try to talk to me. I don't know what that would be like. I'm telling you, that'll probably be the day I'm going to be in cuffs. Because if you're trying to talk to me and you are a faggot, I'm going to slap you across your goddamn face. You know what I mean? I don't know how to take that. But this dude, I'm talking about, just came out butt naked, man, and was just jumping on the members of his church. Now, this is your preacher. That's all of them. All of them are sexual demons, man. All of them have slept with some man, and they a man, slept with somebody's wife, or, you know what I'm saying, molest somebody's kid. They all do it. You know? And this cat here ain't even a real preacher. He's a damn volunteer. He just jumped up and said, I know the scripture. And they said, I'll teach the sermon. And then went in there, and instead of him teaching the church and giving them the word of God, he's molesting little girls. And like I said, thank God that little girl had enough strength and enough courage to come forward and tell and get this creep off the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can't wait until, you know, more of them come out about these nasty ass preachers so we can get these churches shut down, man. Go ahead, I'll read a little more now.
He began molesting her in 2010.
Good damn. And he just got busted 2 months ago. No, a month ago. A month ago. This happened a month ago. You understand? He just got busted a month ago. So this girl has been getting tortured for the last 10 damn years, man. The last 10 years, he's been voluntarily raping this little girl. Keep going, Bob.
Authorities would not give her exact age, but said only she was under 10 years old.
She was under 10 years old. That's terrible. So, and she's still a minor now, so she had to have been 6 or 7. You know, and due to the nature of, you know, her case, due to her age, by her still being a minor and her being even younger than that when it happened, they're not going to disclose certain information. You know what I'm saying? Because of the victims, you know, they try not to totally humiliate, you know what I'm saying, the damn victim, because that is a horrible ordeal for any child to go through, you know. And like I said, it is, man, they just trying to cover, you know what I'm saying, for the victim's sake, you know, by not disclosing her age. But she's still underage now, and she was way underage then. And this bastard, you understand, been raping her for the last 10 goddamn years. Now I want to know who in the hell let him this goddamn close out.
Right.
I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I'm watching mine whenever we go anywhere. You know what I mean? I keep my eyes on, am I real? So you better keep your eye on our kids. You know what I mean? We go any goddamn where. Okay? So I just don't understand that. Like, who let this freak around? They can't pull the next one up, man. I just do not understand it. Who in a right mind let this freak around their kids for 10 years? Got whole access to a child, to a minor, for 10 goddamn years, man. This is ridiculous. And now we're gonna go to the next story, because this happened this year, this month as well. There's another nasty, perverted, sick preacher, man, that claims to be doing the work of the Lord. That claims to be such a huge lover of Jesus Christ. That claim that they love God Almighty with all of their heart and their mind and their soul. Claim that this is all they thinking about all day and about is Jesus.
Right.
They claim that's all they thinking about all day is Jesus. When they thinking about raping little kids, that's what they thinking about doing. Think about no goddamn Jesus. Jesus, talking about WWJD, what would Jesus do?
Yes.
Jesus would not molest children like your goddamn pastor. Okay? You got the next one about? No sweat.
Mississippi pastor accused of molesting children.
Now here it is. There's another preacher, man. Here's another pastor. Go ahead, man. It's like I think we got video on here. What ain't the video on that?
I'm not sure.
Let me see. Go ahead while you doing that. Let me see. We got a video on it. 1 second, everybody. Let me see. We got the video on this guy here. I believe we got a video. Make sure it come all the way up. You're supposed to have video on this one. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now that's another video. That's another. Hell no, this preacher, I thought this one went with that case, but this guy here was stalking the mayor.
Wow.
Good, and then guess what? He got one of them faces now. He got that face I was talking about. You see him?
Yeah.
He got it shaved off, and you know the mayor is a man. You know what I mean? So I wonder what was he stalking him for?
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, Marie.
Willie Farts, pastor of Spring Hill Pope Missionary Baptist Church in Panola County, is charged with 3 counts of molesting children under the age of 15.
Under the age of 15. You know what I mean? In just a few short years, those young people would have been adults. And like I said, an adult is so much more fun than a child. I don't even know what it's like. You understand? I wouldn't even. I was just talking to a sister about this the other day, man. She kind of pissed me off. The sister was trying to R. Kelly, right? And, you know, she was saying, I think he should get out of jail.
Right.
You know, and I said, why? And she was like, well, and she started smiling, you know, and I said, what's the smile about? You know, and she was like, well, I just don't think that all of them was underage. I said, why do you think that when they investigated and concluded that every last child was underage, every last victim was underage? You know, I said, and then this wasn't like, you know, the girls had lied. And when I said that, she smiled again, you know, and a lot of women love to blame the little girls.
Right.
You know what I mean? They love to blame the little girls for them being victimized when it's the adult's responsibility to where I wouldn't care if, you know how we say in the hood, the little girl being fast or something like that. I wouldn't care if a little girl was being fast. If I turn around and see you and you are a child, you 14, 15, if you 17, if you 17 finna be 18 in 2 weeks, I still wouldn't talk to you. I ain't gonna give you my number to hold until you turn 18, none of that nasty junk. You understand? If at that moment, if I talk to you, you're not an adult, I'm moving on. Okay? And that's the responsibility of an adult to turn around and say, this is a child. No. I don't care what she's saying. You understand? I wouldn't care what the child is saying. Me? No. Okay? And R. Kelly did not do that. You understand? He didn't do that. Why? Because he's a nasty bastard himself.
Right.
Simple as that. And he turned around and did what? He victimized some little girl. And the parents of the little girls brought them to him, signed them up to dance. You understand? Thinking that they were going to be the next top dancer, was going to blow up, and you know what I mean? And instead, R. Kelly was blowing them little girls up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, sitting up molesting them. But the woman was trying to, in a sense, like blame the kids, blame the little girl, when it's not their fault. You understand? Even when a person say that, oh, she acting fast or something like that, it's still not that child's fault. Because first off, you don't know what happened to her. And then second, you understand, they turn around and start developing whatever develops in their little brain because of what happened to them. They've been traumatized. You know what I mean? And so then they get used, like for instance, it was another story that we brought out. Remember the one with the dude and the ice cream? Where he turned around and started babysitting the little, his woman's daughter. And then as soon as she go to work, you want some ice cream? And I think she was like 10 at the time. He was molesting her for 4 years. From the age 10 to 14 till she finally told on him. You know what I mean? And then turned around and he turned around and tricked the little girl with some ice cream. You know, of course kids like ice cream, man. Which one don't? But then this bastard turned around and after that, oh, okay, well, you gotta do something for that ice cream now. Told us to a little kid. And had been molesting the little girl ever since she was 10 for the last, 4 years, and then turned around and tricked her with some ice cream. It was another one, it was a couple where the mother, she knew that her man, this dude had got over 100 and I believe it was 80 counts of rape, man. You understand?
Hey.
That's how many times he's supposed to molest this little girl. And the mother knew about it. She knew that this nasty bastard of man of hers was raping her damn child. Because she went and told me. It's in the police report. She said, I told my mother once before and she did nothing about it. Actually, I believe if I'm not mistaken, she laughed in the girl's face. Straight up. And laughed in the police face. When they investigated, she started laughing in the police face. Straight up. I said, God damn. But hey, that's how it's going, man. You understand? That's how it's going in the world of Christianity.
Right.
That's how it goes down. You know, R. Kelly made songs that they swore up and down and made gospel music. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Heaven, I need a hug. Is it, what is that? Is there anybody out there willing to embrace a thug? Why you sitting there embracing minors in the wrong damn way?
Right.
Why you talking about somebody gonna embrace you? And then he did that after every case. Then he make some old sad, sorry ass song, try to make you feel sorry for him after that. You know what I mean? And then lie, claim me up, his brother did it, and all kind of stuff. Oh my God, it was just disgusting, man. That stuff was horrible. That stuff was horrible. But then made deals because you did it. That's why he made a deal. He made a deal because he did it. But then the sister, when she couldn't get out of that one, she turned around and said, well, I think everybody should get locked up. Everybody who was involved, they should. If they have molested some children, they should get locked up too. But he is the main culprit. They said he is the one that forced himself on them and had, that ain't sex with no child. You understand? That's rape. You understand? That's molestation. Okay? And she turned around and said, well, if everybody ain't going to jail, then he shouldn't go to jail. I said, God damn. You know what I mean? It's always let the goddamn murderer, the child molester. I just don't understand why are we so goddamn sick like that. To where we still stuck in that hole, man. Even right now, today, to this point, to where your churches, since the pandemic, your pastors have fled. They shut the doors, told you don't come here, but send your money up. And then now they open the door and got it social distance in the place. Can't even put 6 feet of people 6 feet close to each other. Then you turn around and you molesting the kids in the church. Like disgusting, man. Preachers are some wicked bastards.
Damn right.
Keep going, Bob.
DeSoto County District Attorney said victims were molested at the church and Forest home in Coldwater.
At the church. At the church, I tell you that? While your mama's sitting out in the front, singing the goddamn song, waving her hand, got that silly ass gown on, doing all this stuff, her talking about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You in the back getting damn molested. Good goddamn night. Go ahead.
Forrest has served as pastor of the church for 14 years.
How long?
14 years.
So he's been molesting children at this church now for over 14 years. Keep going, man.
Church members tell WMC TV they are shocked by the allegations.
They shocked. I ain't so goddamn shocked.
Right.
What he been doing it for 14 years? I know this ain't the first time somebody done said something. I know this is not the only time somebody said, y'all just ain't listening. You too much of a freak for Jesus. You can't even see that the pastor's a freak on your child. Keep going.
They say they haven't heard any rumors or talk about sexual impropriety.
Yeah, damn lie. That goddamn lie. The church is full of rumors. You understand? That's all they do is gossip in that damn. They tell every damn thing. And everybody know what's going on in the damn church. They are liars. They just want to be like every other Christian when they say, oh, not my church. No, they want. They quick to say that. Oh, not my pastor. Oh, not my church. Oh, see, you ain't been in my church. If I come there, guess what? I bet you your preacher is a nasty, deviant freak too.
That's
okay?
right.
Keep going, Bob. Read a little more.
Champion did not release details about the allegations, saying the case is still under.
Say that one more time.
Champion did not release details about the allegations, saying the case is still under investigation.
Okay, so they ain't putting all of the information out there just yet because they still investigating. And guess what they're going to conclude? They're going to conclude that this bastard molested those children just like every other case. It's going to come out. That church, what's the one that we did? What was the name? New Life, something like that church. When them churches, ain't no new life in there. They are destroying lives in the church. You're molesting children, man. Rape victims, and when you molest a child, they're known to become drug addicts, become promiscuous, dropouts, and just failures in life altogether because of them being victimized. You know what I mean? And here it is, of all times and all things, you're a preacher. You're so-called man of God. You're someone that everybody likes and loves. No, they won't. Everybody likes a nasty-ass pastor for some odd goddamn reason. Why? Because he's up there lying, saying that he is a representative of the Lord. Saying that he has the key to all of your problems. And he is going to talk to God and Jesus, and he's going to intercede for you, and then everything is going to be okay from there. When actually, he's trying to molest your children. He's trying to sleep with your woman. Because you know he's been doing that too. You know what I mean? They do all of that. They sleeping with the men in the church.
Right.
They are men. The women pastors are sleeping with the women pastors in the church. You know what I mean? It's just, everything goes, you know what I'm saying, under the umbrella of Christianity. Everything goes in that Christian church. Everything. Any and everything, man. There's no limits, no barriers, no walls, no nothing. No rules at all. You can do what you want in that Christian church. And that's why people love going there. Because they got that good feeling of, hey, I can be a homosexual and then go to church. You know what I mean? And everything be all right. I can sing a song, I can pay my tithe, because that's all they doing.
Right.
That's all they doing in there. They go in there as soon as you come in, man, the place is turned up. The music is blasting. How the hell you learning something about the Lord? And that's all fixed too. That is all fixed. To where they turn around, they know you sad as hell. They know you're poor. They know your life is SHIT. You know what I mean? They know all this about you. So you come there, want a prayer, want a blessing, want God to love you and hold you and put his arms around you and all that good stuff. That's what you come there for. And that's what they give you as soon as you walk in the door. They got that sad ass music playing, or they put the turned up music. They usually play turned up music first. Get you in there, then they turn around and put the sad music on. It's time to put the money in the bucket then. You know what I'm saying? So then you sit there thinking about all your problems that you want Jesus to fix. You want him to take the wheel. You've been praying to him all week. You know what I'm saying? Like that is terrible. But meanwhile, while you praying in the front, hugging Jesus, married to him too, ain't you? Married to Jesus, and then in the back, this goddamn preacher is raping the kids. Go ahead, man. Read a little more of that.
That was it.
Oh, that's it on there. Okay, Kyle, get the next one. You got the next one up?
All
right, let's read it out. Give it to me.
White House sows confusion about Trump's condition.
Uh-oh.
As source tell reporters, next 48 hours will be critical.
Go ahead. Donald Trump himself, the president, got COVID-19. Good night. Is he there yet? You know what I mean? Did it take him out of here? What happened? You know what I mean? No, but his limo driver had it, right? Who man? He had a lot of people that was around him that had COVID-19 already. I think one of his kids had it. One of his kids had it. The limo driver had it. Now he got it. Good night. And boy, if that take him out of here, ooh wee. Now that would be a good election. Go ahead, Bob, read a little bit of them.
President Donald Trump said in a video on Twitter Saturday evening that he's starting to feel good.
He's starting to feel good. Yeah, right. Keep going.
Shortly afterward, his chief of staff acknowledged in an interview that the president's oxygen levels had dropped rapidly Friday morning, raising more questions about the White House's repeated refusals on Saturday to say whether Trump had needed supplemental oxygen.
That oxygen started dropping rapidly, they say. Keep going.
Those messages were among the latest in a string of contradictory and often misleading information about Trump's diagnosis with COVID-19 and his condition since being transported to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center Friday evening. A memo from Trump's decision late Saturday saying Trump has made substantial progress since diagnosis, but is not yet out of the woods. Followed the doctor's fumbled attempts earlier in the day to reassure the public about Trump's condition, which only created widespread confusion and concerns about transparency. As a source familiar with the president's health,
That's right. So in other words, they thinking that Trump was going to be so transparent about his condition and just tell everybody the truth of what's going on. This man is the president and has a lying image to uphold, like he's Superman or some goddamn body. Here, all of a sudden, he goes from dumbass damn restaurant and casino owner to now he's super president. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. All right. Oh, I forgot dumbass TV show host too.
Right.
He killed me on that thing. Like he's just like a greasy guy. Like even on the show, I watched it a couple times, you know, and the way he would treat us on the show, you know, here it is, professionals, you know what I mean, business owners, singers, you know what I mean, all kinds of artists on his show, and he was dogging them out. Even the one that he chose, what's her name? The one he took to the presidency with him, and they kicked her ass out.
Sloppy, Rosa or something like that.
I don't know her name, but you know what I'm talking about. Dropped her like a bad goddamn habit, man. You know what I mean? Dick kicked her straight up out the White House, told him, man, I never come back around here. You know what I mean? Why? Because guess what? Hey, he's just a racist. He's a racist. He hates black. I mean, hell, his father was what? Klansman. You know what they call him?
Grand Dragon.
The Grand Dragon. You know what I mean? Trump is a Grand Dragon. All of them, man. You know, every last one of them. Keep it. Go drop that and give me the next one. He turn around, he gonna be sick for the election. You know what I mean? Hey, Shinazi. Hey, Shinazi. Oops, I think that one. Yeah, that's true. I don't know why they doubled up on it. Like, you see that?
Yeah.
You try to keep. I don't know why they did that.
I almost clicked on it.
It just sent it like 4 times. Each one of them. You see that? 2 or 3 or 4 times. Skip down or something.
Florida woman arrested 2 years after missing husband found under concrete slab in her yard.
The white woman strikes again. Now these are the people that you are voting to be with. You know what I mean? Is white folks. Okay, these kind of people right here, murderers, rapists, child molesters. That's where black preachers get that jump from. They get it from the white preachers that have been molesting children since forever. What is that? The Catholic Church. You know, they have a hotline where you can call, and if you was a victim of damn child molestation in the Catholic Church, then you can get some money. They'll turn around and compensate you for you being molested. It took all these years for them to do that, when they have been molesting children since forever, since it's been an establishment, since before that. They go back thousands. That's a practice of theirs over thousands of damn over 2,000 years old now. To where, what they call that when they take the baby, put the wine on? What they call that? Come on, put the wine on the penis and suck the wine on the baby's penis. What they call it? Look it up. Yeah, I forgot what they call that, but they do that. They turn around, and when the child is born, and when he gets circumcised, they take the wine, pour it on his penis, and then suck it off. And they've been doing that for thousands of damn years. So they've been molesting these kids. And these damn black preachers are doing the same damn thing. And matter of fact, I watched, what movie was that? The new Rosa Parks, not Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman movie. Okay? And when they had the preacher on there, the first thing that they was turning around and preaching, and we have, the ISB been bringing this out for so long, to where they wasn't like saying having church service and preaching and teaching you the word of God so that you could serve God with them. They were trying to make you better slaves, to where they could take the chains off and you not run away, and you won't stay like what you do now. You know what I'm saying? There's so many slaves that would just rather be here than be in our own kingdom. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But that's what they did that for. And in that movie, the first thing that preacher was preaching was, slaves, obey your masters. I said, God damn. And they do that on every last slave movie that they make up and come out with, is to turn around and keep you a slave. It's to keep you asleep. It's to keep you asleep. Only if you woke and you in here, you're going to catch that kind of stuff. But that's what the first thing the pastor was singing a song, and then they turned around and went to preaching, and slaves, obey your master. But that's not even talking about whips and chains and getting beat and raped and sold and hung and lynched and burnt. It's not even talking about that. Slave is just a servant in the Bible. It's a servant, somebody that works for you. You know, like what's his name, Mr. Bob? You know what I mean, Mr. Bentley. Whichever one of them cats will open your door for you. You know what I mean? Clean your kitchen for you. Make sure your table's set and all of that. That's what that is. Not no goddamn somebody that you beat the hell out of and rape. Go ahead, come on.
So I couldn't find the one where they poured the wine on the penis. But the way it says that they do it, they actually give the baby the wine and then suck the blood off the penis.
Yeah, I know something like that.
Yeah, they give a newborn baby wine.
And what they call that? What practice of that is there? It's molestation.
Brick Malak.
What is it?
Brick Malak.
Brick.
BRIT.
Brick.
MILA.
Brick Malak.
Down on the house.
Okay, and that's what Pastor, what was his name? What was the black preacher name? Willie Jenkins or something like that. That's where Willie Jenkins got that from. To molest children. He got it from. Go ahead.
This right here says there have been 6 cases of herpes among children.
Absolutely.
Who have had the ritual known as Metzitza Bapé.
Good night. So who? Metzitza
Bapé.
Yeah, and they was getting hurt. A lot of them was getting hurt behind the preacher putting their mouth on them little kids. So you can just imagine, there's some nasty people, man. Those are some nasty, and then that's who you going out to vote and join. That's who you want. You want one of them preachers sucking on your kids' penis and get your child hurt and ruin the rest of their goddamn life. That's what you want. Instead of the kingdom of heaven. To where ain't gonna be no child molestation in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Oh my God, get a Lord a hand. You understand? Our children will finally be damn safe. Because guess what? You'll get your head chopped off. You get caught molesting a child. You're going to die. And guess what? That's the best place for you. You know what I mean? The world will be a much better place without child molestation. You know, look at all the gays. How many? What's the percentage of gays? 96% of them got molested?
Kind of about 97%.
97% of every gay man and woman got molested as a child. Now, you know, that's not a problem. Child molestation is not a problem. It leads to homosexuality. You know, the child is trying to fight the demons and they can't. And then they vow to never get hurt by a man or a woman again, so they turn around and just be gay. You know, that's what they do. So, you know, it's ridiculous. But that's what these preachers are on. That's what these preachers are on. But let's get on these white women right here. Let's get on these white women and how horrible they are too. Because they always put out on the news about everything, and that's something that I was talking to this sister that came in the line about. She had mentioned that. She said that's all they do is put everything that we do in the news and in the papers and claim that we are such horrible, horrible people. You know, and find out who was it Johnson? I can't remember who said that, but they had said to put us on the news every night. You understand? So that we can turn around and basically vilify us. You know what I mean? Find out who made that statement for me. I can't remember if it was the president or it was somebody of so-called stature. Go ahead, Bob. Read.
More than 2 years after Michael Shaver's remains were found buried on his wife's Claremont property, and 5 years after he was last seen alive, his wife has been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Shaver's remains were found in March, buried under a concrete slab and fire pit on Lori Shaver's property.
Okay, now go to the next one. All right? Because guess what? A lot of people don't understand is white women are horrible. In some cases, they worse than every damn white man, especially back in slavery. You know what I mean? Especially back in slavery. On that same movie, on the Harriet Tubman movie, Harriet Tubman was Moses. I keep getting her and Rosa Parks mixed up for some odd reason. One sat down on a bus and basically did nothing, and the other one turned around and freed thousands of people and said, "I wish I could have saved more. I could have saved thousands more, only if they knew that they were slaves." You understand? They didn't understand the damage that, like the scripture said, we homeborn slaves. You know, we really think that, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. I was born into this, and it is what it is. And niggas is really trying to make the best out of this place, but the whole time they sinning. You understand? That's how they trying to make the best out of this place. The whole time they sinning. You know, and that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Me, I want to be totally free from the people that is oppressing us. You know, and totally free from what you call it, mitzvah and pascha and sukkah and whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Whatever kind of gay rituals they doing on little kids. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. You know? Go ahead, bro.
So like that was Nixon. That's what he was about.
Who? Nixon said that? What he say?
He said, you understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to either be against the war or blacks, but by getting the public to associate hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. So
no, that ain't the one I want. I want the one where he said to put it on the news. That's another good one. They turn around and
you talking about getting the public to associate with, but
right. I got you on that one, but go ahead.
So the advisor for that was Roger Ailes. He owns like Fox News. He owns huge media conglomerates. So they were using his media platform to do the criminalizing. So it didn't directly say that he told them to do it on the media, but the guy who was running the campaign and who was advising it controlled most of the media.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the one putting it out in the press. Was Nixon's campaign.
I believe that, but I believe it was a quote as well, where they so they got him quoting, got him actually saying that. So look that up for me if you could, Buckshot. Yep. Let's see, where we at? Mitzvah, Papa, Hookah, Duka, whatever the hell they doing to the kids. Like I said, man, I cannot wait until we are the hell out of here. And in our own righteous kingdom. Man, we need it so bad. I mean, look at what we've been doing here for all these years. God damn. Look at all the statistics that are completely against us. Broken homes, broken women, broken men, broken children. We all broke down. You know what I mean? We poor. You understand? Good goddamn night. We live in the worst conditions. Rats and roaches. Oh my God. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Look at what we've been going through. Homosexuality. They forcing this mess on us. You know what I mean? Putting it on every commercial, every movie, and it's always us. That they turn around and say, well, you are the ones that's gay. Okay? They're gonna make the gay face black. Like what's the movie that the new what is it? The new Orange is black. You know what I mean? The new jumpsuit is for the criminals and it's for black people. You know what I mean? And then the women, the top actors, the top role on it was gay. You know what I mean? The same with what's that other movie, man? Oz, I think it was. Adam Beast, the baddest nigga in the prison had to be a homosexual. You know what I mean? Like the toughest nigga in the world at that time was Adam Beast, and he was full out gay. When I saw that, I stopped watching it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I thought it was something tough at first, but then turned around and watched it a little more. When I saw the first scene with him with a man, I thought, time to turn it off. You know what I mean? Got to turn this off. That new show, what's it? Lovecraft Country. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, they put it in there too. They just cannot do it. They are really doing their absolute best to ruin all of us. And they are forcing that damn homosexuality and that lesbianism down our goddamn throats. But like I said, I can't wait until we are free, you understand, from a place like this. To where homosexuality ain't gonna exist. On a billboard, you see them? Where they got gays on the billboards, gay websites on billboards. I remember a long time ago when they first put this had to been about I want to say about 10, probably about 8, 10 years ago. And I'll never forget this. Me, my woman, my kids, we ride down 70, right? Going west. And turn around, my son said, Daddy, look, and pointed up at the billboard. It was 2 men holding their hand right there at Grand, right there at 70 and Grand. 2 men in their drawers. No clothes on, nothing but underwear on, holding hands, a white man and a black man, telling them, meet your match. I said, God damn. My son saw that, man. He saw it before I did. And he said, Daddy, look, boy, I went off. You know, not on my son, because, you know what I'm saying? So you don't even get that gay shit in your head. You know what I mean? Don't even think about it. That's something good. And I made sure out the whole ride home, I went clean the hell off. Even when we got home, I was still going off. You know what I mean? Like I said, but that's what they doing. They know most of our kids don't have no guidance. So they know that they see something gay, oh, man, maybe that's what I'm doing. You know? That's what they doing. Because they know that they know fathers at home, they know the mothers is struggling like crazy, trying to, she's really struggling with the boys. You know what I mean? If she got a boy, good goddamn night. Trying to raise kids, that's something else for you sisters. Stop thinking you can raise your kids best by yourself. You can't.
Right.
You understand? It take a two-person job. It took two of y'all to lay down and make them. So now it's going to take two of y'all to take care of them. You know what I mean? So stop thinking you can take care of your kids by yourself and that they just going to be such great damn citizens and so productive and the best children in the goddamn world when you're, in most cases, denying them what they damn need is their father. You know? And speaking of that, one thing I didn't hear too much of this year was my mama and my daddy. I ain't heard that on Father's Day. Everybody was too sick and had the goddamn COVID-19. Wasn't nobody talking that mess this Mother's Day. Did you hear a lot of that? Boy, I used to hear that all. Did you see? I used to hear a lot of that. My mama, she my mama and my daddy. My mama took care of me, man. Fuck my daddy. And in most cases, it's your mama's fault why your daddy wasn't around.
Right.
And it's sad. It's really sad because she the one that broke it off. You know, she's the one that claimed that, oh, I just couldn't take all them other women. Stop it. You knew he had them other women before he got with you. Go ahead.
So, it was the same quote. It's just the first article I read cut it off early. After it said we could disrupt those communities.
Mm-hmm.
The following sentence is: we could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news.
There you go. That's what it is right there.
So,
You know what I'm saying? And I quoted that to that sister that came in the food drive in the line. And then after that, her solution was to vote. I said,
oh,
the sister, did you hear anything I just said? Go ahead.
That's a lot. They finished up the next. They put another quote right after, and it says, "Did we know we were lying about the drugs and things? Of course we did."
Mm-hmm.
So they,
Absolutely.
They knew it was false. They just had to do something.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? This was way before Breonna Taylor. Before they lied on her and claimed that she was selling drugs. You know what I mean? Claimed they was doing all that they supposed to say that her man was supposed to testify against her, talking about this, yeah, so he can get out. And she wasn't even selling nothing. You know what I mean? Like, the white man, he is the devil.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you all know. You understand and can tell. But he is truly the devil, man. You know? None of that stuff was even going on with her.
Right.
Okay? And they just ran up in there and blew her away for nothing. Then wanted to press charges on the person that missed. That's disgusting. That's disgusting as hell. And they just dropped with an article. I gotta check it to see, was this woman white or was she black? The woman got shot and got $2 million. Look it up and see was she a white woman. She got shot by the police and supposedly got $2 million. Now, here it is, and I said I believe she white. But here it is, black people being murdered. Okay, and we can't even get a simple conviction. That's simple. You murder somebody for no, I don't give a damn if you're a cop or not. If you murder somebody for no reason, you're supposed to go to jail. But the police get away with it every single time. Okay? The police get away with it every single time. Let me see if I can send this video to this protest that I rolled up on yesterday. Pull the next article, why? Because I want to show the video of the protest too.
About a protest?
It's an article about
white lady.
Absolutely, it's a white woman. Not in Florida, but it's here. It might be the woman. Yeah, woman's white lives matter. White lives matter sign. That was the sign. I'm gonna try to put the video up. Yeah, this was so ridiculous.
Woman's White Lives Matter sign in predominantly black community infuriates neighbor.
Keep going now. I'm gonna show you just how infuriated they were and who was out there. To show you that all of this marching and this protest and nonsense, it's just a joke. You know what I mean? It is a complete damn joke. I'm gonna pull the video in 1 second. Go ahead, read a little more.
A couple's clash with their neighbors has taken an ugly turn. They say they're being threatened with racist yard signs and symbols. But the city admits their hands are tied. A man who goes by Jacob wants his identity concealed because of what's happening next to his home on Delmore.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the brother that stayed right next door to this white woman, and he's scared. Go ahead.
So I just think it's interesting that they code names and Jacob.
Hey, come on now, you already know.
So
You go ahead, boy.
and her name is Karen.
Hey, come on. You already know.
His
Okay.
neighbor Karen Hudson has
Uh-huh.
no problem showing her face to defend the display that adorns her house.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's okay to put Black Lives Matter signs up and not
Right.
white, argued Karen.
Right.
It's not just the White Lives Matter sign that has Jacob upset. Karen also has a white pride worldwide sign hanging above the caricature
Oh my
of a
God.
black person eating a watermelon, which sits near windows with Confederate flags.
And guess what? I'm with her. You know what I mean? Hang the Black Lives Matter, hang the White Lives Matter. Who cares? Who gives a damn? Our lives should already matter to us. It shouldn't consist of them and their lives mattering to them. You know what I mean? Our lives should already matter to us to the point to where we don't sell each other drugs. To where we don't molest each other's kids. To where we don't sleep with other men's wives. That's how much our lives should matter. We ain't got to put no sign up. All we got to do is just do it. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do it and show each other that our lives matter to each other. And guess what? We're going to put the crack down. You know what I'm saying? Say, oh, no, I ain't finna sell that to my people just to get rich. You know what I mean? I'll cut some grass first before I do that. You know what I mean? I'll, do some kind of odd job or something before I turn around and try to get rich off the demise of my family. You know? Like, come on. What other kind of signs she had about?
Karen also has a car with the words Raccoon City on the bumper.
Look, Raccoon, hold on, she stay in the hood. This house is on, what's that?
Said
Delmore and, is that Sarah? Delmore and Sarah. Yeah, Delmore and Sarah. That's where she stayed. Okay? She stayed in Raccoon City. That's what she feel about niggas. Goddamn raccoon. I told you, boy, we all kind of stuff. We niggers. You understand? We, what's it, nakers. What's the other one? Michael Jordan, sports announcer called us nuggets. You know what I mean? Now we raccoons. Then we're gonna be monkeys again. You know what I mean? What?
That's called a zombie.
Who?
That's called a zombie.
Who calls us zombie?
That's called a zombie. Raccoon City?
Hmm?
That's from Resident Evil.
Who?
Resident Evil, the T-virus. It happened in
Oh,
Raccoon
you know the
City.
game?
Kind of a
Hell no, I used to play that game.
First, it started in Raccoon City. The virus.
Hey, you
spread from there.
sure right. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. Damn, I told that dude remember and know every goddamn thing. I totally forgot. You know how long it was before I played the game? Boy, I ain't played a game in so goddamn long. You tell him why. Hey, hell no. Go ahead, keep going, boy. Read a little more. I'm trying to send this video and I can't.
Karen claims Raccoon City is where her son works. News 4 checked, and according to state records, there is no business listed with that name.
Do you see why the Bible says that they are the devil? Okay, the word devil means liar. If you're so proud of it, just say it. I mean, goddamn, what you lying for? You know what I mean? Because you are a liar. That's what the Bible says. The white man, woman, and child is the devil. And they are, the word devil in Hebrew means liar. It don't mean red guy up under the ground. Okay? And what Raccoon City, what business would that be? Huh? What kind of business would that be? What are you, veterinary? Okay, get the hell out of here. Go ahead, come on.
She's saying he worked in the hood.
Come on.
He worked around the zombies, where the plague is.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah,
That's what she said. My son worked in Raccoon City where all the clothes is, because that's where the diseases was coming from. That's exactly what she said.
Good night.
These devil races.
They are. They are, man. Hold on, let's see. Keep going, Bond.
Raccoon City references a fictional town in the video game Resident Evil. But Jacob,
Yeah, okay, there you go.
but Jacob believes the bumper and letters are aimed at him. When I have neighbors like the vets next door who see this Raccoon City on the back of a car, a couple walk up and say, "What do you mean?" They say they live in a city of coons, Jacob said.
Good damn night. I cannot, hold on one second. Cause I can't get this video to say
Uh-oh.
it.
There's
Lord,
no
you ready?
question there is bad blood between the two neighbors. Karen claims it started when Karen's dog went to the bathroom near the property line. She says Jacob overreacted and made racial comments at her family. See, Slock, y'all can relate to him being mad about that. I'm here on the street on the south side, and the white people will let their dog
They sure will.
defecate all in your yard, in everybody's yard, all the way from their house to
Come
the
on.
corner.
They most certainly will.
And then when I accosted her about it, guess what she gonna say? It's only poo.
That's what the white girls.
Then I'm tracking when
Good
it rains.
night.
When it rains, or
Good night.
you tracking feces and piss all up and down the block, and when I gotta track that in my house.
Good damn night. But it's in her house. It's only poo.
It's only poo.
It's only poo. All in her house. That's why she said that.
Come on, man.
That's why she said that. It's only poo. Come on. Come on, Naker. It's only poo.
Solid.
Good night, man. I can't stand them people. Oh, I can't stand them. And guess what? So we talk about neighbors, man. I had one when one of my neighbors come out asking me to turn my music down in my crib. You know what I mean? And last night, sounded like somebody had a party till about 11, 12 o'clock. You hear me? And you know it wasn't no neighbor. Because they would have called and asked to turn the music down. You know what I mean? But they was getting it out there. I said, boy, now let that have been one of us. It'd been 5, 6 cop cars there, as if somebody committed a goddamn crime, man. But that's, hey, damn. She said it's only poo, huh? Good night. I really, really, really would love not to live next door to people. You know what I mean? It's so much better living next door to a neighbor. You know, you can borrow sugar then. You know what I'm saying? You can borrow sugar from a neighbor. I can't borrow no sugar from no white person. It's gonna be cat and dog hair all in the sugar. Or in my case, it's only poo. Just stir it up. It blend right in and turn red like the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Come on with it, y'all. Keep reading. I can't get this damn video to see it. Hold on.
Only after he went off on us about everything racial, that's when we said to ourselves, you want to start a race war? You calling us racist? We will put up all kinds of stuff. So that if you want to believe in, feel free to look at it. That's why we did it, Karen said.
Good night.
Karen doesn't get why Jacob thinks it's a threat to her neighbor. Both sides call the other side racist and only coexist a few feet from each other. Yeah, whatever, Karen. Stop lying, Karen. You Karens have been lying all over America and then getting caught, Jacob muttered.
Good damn night.
Hold up. It has the potential to get worse. Jacob is concerned about the target practice poster in the window.
God, yeah.
And claims lasers have been pointed at him.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob said he will defend himself.
Good night.
You trying to provoke us to kill you? I want the city to know that we are dealing with white supremacists who are trying to provoke us into this age of provocation, Jacob said. No, I'm not. Here's what I'm getting at. None of this was ever up. We were friends with everywhere around her except for him, Karen said. Karen says she's not taking down her signage. The city is not aware of any ordinance that would force the removal of signs like the ones hanging in Karen's yard. Our neighborhood is 99% black. These white supremacists moved next door. At first they were covert with the racism. Then it began to be overt, Jacob said. I'm getting tired of Black Lives Matter getting shoved down my throat. Black Lives Matter signs? No, all lives matter.
There it is.
His pathetic life.
All lives matter. You damn
Jacob
nigga,
and
you.
Karen now have cameras all over their homes as a matter of protection from each other.
And guess where that damn camera is pointed at?
Good damn night.
They pointed all at his house. I saw it. They are all zoomed right in on him, on his house. Good damn night. Hey, they are some evil people, man.
Boy.
They are some evil people. I can't get the video to play, but they had it was only one neighbor out there. The rest of them was devils, and they got all these fuck white supremacy signs and don't let's say side with the neighbors, not white supremacists. You know what I mean? All that nonsense. And maybe that one brother out there was the neighbor. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, I turned around and drove past this little protest that they claim is getting ugly. It's just getting Christian. That's all. You know what I mean? Ain't getting ugly at all. You know, that stuff Martin Luther King was doing, it ain't get ugly for nobody else. But the people that was getting beat upside the head and pepper sprayed and dogs sicked on, it got ugly for us. You know what I mean? But it ain't get ugly for them. Cause guess what? The city already said ain't nothing we can do. You know, that's a subliminal thing. She put a black toy. You know what I mean? What can you say about it? You know, nothing but a bunch of bullet holes in it. Hey, put you a white one in yours. You know what I'm saying? And then say, put a bunch of bullets in it. You know what I'm saying? And say, my life really matters to me. You know, send a good message to her. No, I'm just kidding, man. Don't do none of that nonsense. All you gotta do is just stand your ground. I mean, I don't care what they put up in their house, in their window, in their yard. I don't care about none of that. Them flags, whether it's the American one, whether it's the Confederate one, whether if it's a snake. I've been seeing them pull the snake out lately. I've been seeing them snakes more and more and more. Don't tread on me. You know what I mean? I've been seeing them more and more and more. Who cares? Right by Dollar Tree by my house, it was there. They not there no more. They moved, but it was a white supremacist KKK bike group. You know what I mean? And they had all their flags over the whole damn building. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You know, and then one of them gonna touch me. I guarantee you. Go ahead.
Salaki, these people's actions have proven that this is who they are since we've been there.
Yeah.
I don't understand why our people get so upset when they actually just tell you how they like. It's like our people would just rather just be lied to. Like, you see what they're doing, what they actually do. Like, the laws they set up, the system they set up, everything they do is to kill and harm you.
Yeah.
But when they say it, then you have a problem.
Right.
Like, you don't have a problem until they actually tell you the truth. You just want to be lied to. Like, I prefer that devil just go ahead and be honest. You like, you know what, nigga, I hate you. Well, good. About time you said something about it. Like, just be honest with it. Like,
You ain't gotta say it. I already know it.
Con.
I already know it, and guess what? It's fine with me. Feeling is mutual. Okay? Likewise. Man, you know, you and all your poo, I can't wait until you all go to hell.
Right.
You understand? Damn. Okay? So, like I said, man, look. Yeah, Jake, he really been out of shape about that. Okay? Oh, here we go. I think I got it. Let's see if we got the video here. This was, uh-oh. This was the protest they were doing on wait a minute. Delmore and Sarah. That wasn't Vanderbilt. Hold on. We gotta see if it's gonna download. What else we got in there, Bob? Give me another one of them stories about them. Florida. Oh my God, Florida. White women are out of control in Florida.
Got it.
Go ahead, read it.
Florida woman arrested, urinated in front of deputy and offered to go down on him.
Good night. Look at the white women, man. Look at Karen. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Look at Karen going wild. You know, that's what this one should have been. Should have been called Karen's Gone Wild. Cause the last Karen went wild, boy, about that goddamn dog and that poo, that shit.
Yeah, right.
And then want to turn around and get mad at him because his dog. Now let it have been his dog that crossed her line and went in her yard. You understand? She would have called police. She would have called police and made a whole big old fuss and ordeal out of that. But I'm sure he couldn't get nothing out of them. You know what I'm saying? They are completely unreasonable. You see what's been happening at barbecues, at damn lemonade stands, and what else? Parks. Where else Karen been acting a fool at? In the mall and every goddamn where. Come on, man. Everywhere. You know? Go ahead, Bob.
A young woman who could have gotten a ride home found herself behind bars with a felony charge after she urinated in front of a deputy and attempted to bribe him.
Good night. And she tried to give him some head for some peace. Now, you know, they nasty.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You gonna go down on, I had to take a pee. It's only poo. It's only pee.
Right.
It's only head. Like, come on, officer. You know you do this all the time. And guess what? And I know they do it all the time. I used to see them. You know, out there on Page, that gas station bar. Remember when the prostitutes back in the day up the street, up down Page? I used to see the police pull off the gas station lot and pick the hose up and then drive off with them. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you giving the whole ride home for? You know what I'm saying? She live on the streets.
Right.
But you know what them cops do. They been doing that, man. Go ahead, Bob. Keep on.
When Lake County deputies discovered a young woman sitting in the median of US 27 in Leesburg around 2 a.m., they offered to sit with her until someone could pick her up. Madison Ann Bryant, 19, told deputies she had exited a nearby truck after arguing with her boyfriend about relationship issues. While waiting for a ride, Bryant told the deputy that she had to urinate and that she intended to do so on the side of the road.
Hey, go ahead.
The deputy instructed her not to and offered to drive her to a gas station. Bryant, who was heavily intoxicated, did not want to wait.
And she was on meth, okay? She wasn't just no damn drunk. She was on meth, okay? Keep going.
Instead, she pulled down her pants and while holding on the push bars of the patrol vehicle, began to urinate as traffic was passing by.
Good night.
As she was urinating, a Leesburg police officer who was on the scene walked away. When Bryant was finished, she pulled up her pants, at which time she was placed in handcuffs. On the way to the Lake County Jail, Bryant began to repeatedly ask for her vaping device that the deputy had confiscated from her, but the deputy refused. She stated she needed it for anxiety. Bryant then asked the deputy if he was married and had children.
They always got an excuse for what they do, don't they? What's that cop killer? The one that killed that black cop here in St. Louis. He has psychological issues. You understand? He's damaged. Okay, but no cop killer has a problem. You know what I mean? They kill innocent black people. They have ain't nothing wrong with them. But they got all excuses. You're just a drug addict. Like, damn, stop it. You're alcoholic. You're a drug addict. You're on meth, vapes, and every damn thing else. You see a commercial, you're putting metal in your body. You see the one with the vapor, you're putting metal in your body. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting all kind of stuff in your body. All right? You just on drugs.
Right.
No excuse. You know, you ain't got no damn anxiety. The drugs give you anxiety, okay? Go ahead, Bob, keep going.
When the deputy answered, Bryant stated, "I'm not trying to F that up. I will suck your rod if you give me back my device."
For the vapor, boy, hey, that's a whole new meaning to my boy's song. She called the vapors. She called some real vapors right there. You give me that vapor back. She said, "I'll do what about?"
She said she's gonna suck his rod.
She said she'll suck his rod for a vapor. Give me my vapor back. Go ahead, come on. Go give me the next one, dog.
I thought it would at least been so she wouldn't get the charge and she'd get let go. No, just give. She'll take the charge. Just go ahead and give me the vape back real quick.
Just let me smoke.
Let me get like 2-3 more puffs.
Two, 3 more puffs.
On my way to jail.
And I'll give you 2, 3, 4 puffs. Okay? I'll give you a puff after I get this puff. God damn. Hey, that's white women. That's Karen for you. All right? That's Karen. That's Karen number 2, right? Go to Karen number 3. And then we go to Karen number 4. Good night. She said she is sucker rod for the goddamn. And now that's what Christians and your preachers and everybody involved is getting you to vote for, to live next door to them. You know what I mean? To where they will pee all out in front of everybody in the street. In the middle of the street, take your pants down in the middle of the street. When the officer offered to take you to a gas station, he said, "No, don't do that right here. I'll take you to the gas station, make sure you know, be decent." They don't want to be decent. They whores. Karens are whores. You know what I mean? And then because the black man ain't paying her no attention, they got to lie and say that, "Oh, he threatened me at the barbecue." You know?